This is Cheyenne Valentine back today again with a new episode. Today's episode, I want to talk about Jussie Smollett. I don't know if I'm pronouncing his name right. So, I butcher names sometime. I'm not doing it purposely, so you don't have to comment and say that's not how you say his name. I think it's Jussie Smollett. So yeah, if you listen to my videos regularly, I butcher names. But anyway, I want to talk about, this was a video request from a subscriber. And I just sat back and watched this unfold. And so I have a lot to say. I'm going to try to make this quick. And I'm going to get detailed in this video. I'm going to give my opinion and everything and the stuff I have found out about, which you all probably know about most of the stuff. But before I get into anything, I just want to say, you all know that Jussie Smollett is one of the characters, probably not for too much longer, one of the characters in Empire, in the TV series Empire. He happens to be gay in the show and in real life, and he is biracial from my understanding. His sister has played in a lot of not a lot of movies, but I think you all know who his sister is, but she's an actress too. But from my understanding, I think he's biracial. Probably should look that up before I did the video, but okay. So anyway, before I even get into him and this whole thing, I just want to say that I was born in Chicago. And Chicago has a very high, I don't know if I'm going to say very high, but it has a high crime rate, murder rate, okay? And so I just want to say this real quick before I get into him. It's surprising that they quote unquote solved this mystery, and this man was just attacked. He wasn't murdered. So from my understanding, and I did some research, they said that to investigate his attack, it was 1,000 man police hours. They interviewed 100 people and they checked out 55 cameras. Okay, so they put a lot of effort and time into trying to find out who attacked him, and so their investigation led back to him, and I want to get into that. Allegedly, he set this whole thing up. I'm going to get into the details of it, but before I get into that, so they can solve things. Okay, so all these murders that are happening in Chicago unsolved are what's going on. They act like they're incompetent. So what I think is going on here is that Jussie has money. He's a celebrity, he's known, and so they had incentive to find out what happened to him. But the people that get murdered in Chicago, it's people getting murdered, I'm not gonna say every week, but it is a high murder rate, and a lot of these crimes are unsolved. A lot of these murders are unsolved. I guess it's not even guessing. They don't care about the people that are getting murdered in Chicago, because the people that are getting murdered apparently are poor black people, or and even if it's Hispanic or white, the people I think that are getting murdered in Chicago, or let me say this again, who have been murdered, were poor, and so they don't give a damn. Because this shows me right here, see, I'm thinking that they just can't solve the murders because they just didn't have evidence, but this shows me that based upon technology, willpower, and police man hours, they can solve a lot more murders than they're letting on. And he didn't get murdered, nor did he murder anybody. He just allegedly staged an attack on himself. So they figured everything out, did their job. But yes, all these murders in Chicago, and they're unsolved. So this just shows me when you have money, then they give a damn about you. So I just want to throw that out there right now. It really pissed me off, because I want to say real quickly too, I seen a video where they talked about what he did and everything, and they had a black guy. I don't know if he was a lieutenant or he just was a regular cop, but they had him saying how he was upset at what Jussie did, and he made Chicago look bad. No, Jussie did not make Chicago look bad. He made himself look bad. Okay, he made himself look bad, not Chicago. Chicago looked bad before Jussie staged an attack down there. Okay, Jussie made himself look bad. Jussie did not make biracial, or if he's biracial, or black people look bad, or gay black men look bad, or gay biracial men look bad. He didn't make any of those, because I think he's biracial. He didn't make any of those groups look bad. He made himself look bad. Okay, and he did not make Chicago look bad. Chicago already had a high crime rate before this allegedly happened. Okay, So I don't appreciate them saying that this lieutenant, I think that's what he was saying on the news, that we spent, we had a lot of man hours going to this, and he made Chicago. No, he made Chicago look bad. No, he doesn't represent people in Chicago. Okay, Chicago, if Chicago looks bad, it's because the police officers are not putting as much effort into solving these murders as they have done for trying to find out who allegedly attacked Jussie. That's why y'all look bad. So anyway, I just had to get into that because that really pissed me off. But anyway, they need to solve some of those murders. Okay, so let's get into it. So if you all haven't been following, Jussie basically said he was attacked going to Subway in the wee hours, and he was attacked by two men, and they yelled. They said, I didn't get into. I think they called him the N-word, he claimed, and they attacked him, put a rope around his neck, like, a noose, and they yelled, "Make America Great Again." And I can get into more details about it, but I don't want to get into as many details about the attack. I want to get into more about the aftermath. Okay, so allegedly he said this happened to him. He said he was attacked. I remember pictures came out with him having a black eye, and so as it unfolded, as time went on, people started to question what happened, because things didn't let on. They were saying, why was you going to Subway so late? He said, well, that Subways are open 24 hours. I did not know that. I think some of them are. I don't know. I don't know. I think some are, but don't quote me on that. So at the time this attack happened, it was allegedly very cold in Chicago at this particular time. So they was wondering why you was out. They said he said they were white. And he said they poured bleach in his face. So he said he was I think he also said he was on the phone with his manager. Okay, so basically he said he was going to Subway. I think he was on the phone with his manager. Allegedly an attack happened. He said he heard somebody yell "Empire." He turned around. Allegedly, these people attacked him, threw bleach in his face, and put a noose around his neck, and or whatever. Okay, I might not be saying this in the order it happened, but I think those particular things happened during the attack. I don't want to get too specific on the attack because so many things have happened after this attack that I need to hit. Okay, so basically, people were saying, well, why were you out so late going to Subway, and Subway is closed? He says 24 hours. So the police wanted to find out who attacked him. Now these two men, he claimed yelled, "Make America Great Again." Now, from my research, allegedly Jussie's supposed to be a social activist, and he doesn't like Trump, from my understanding, and he doesn't like Make America Great Again group or whatever they are. And I just tried to do more research on this, but all the articles and everything they're talking about is basically about what has transpired recently with him, which I'm about to get into. They're not really talking about him being a social activist. They're not really getting into all that. But from my understanding, he was supposed to be a social activist. He's supposed to not like Trump, and he's supposed to be against Make America Great Again group. I think they're an organization. So these people attacking him and saying and yelling "Make America Great Again," or he said they had those hats on, or they yelled it to him. Either one supposed to had a significance to it. So let's go back a little bit. Before this happened, he alleged that someone sent a threatening letter to him on the set of Empire. And I went online, I seen a couple pictures of it. On the letter, it had MAGA look like, which stands for Make America Great Again. Okay, so allegedly what he's saying happened was, first he got a threatening letter sent to him on the set of Empire while he was at work, and I think racial slurs was on it, and they mentioned him being gay and black. I think they allegedly said the N-word. I'm not quite sure, but I know it had MAGA on it, meaning Make America Great Again. Okay, so his stance on it was, oh, he's against Donald Trump and he's against Make America Great Again, so they got it out for me. That's kind of where he was coming from. They're threatening me. So then I don't know how soon after the letter was sent allegedly to his place of employment, but then this attack happens in Chicago. So now the police, after this attack happens, people had questions, and so the police wanted to get his phone. He said he did not want to release his phone. When he finally did release his phone, they said it wasn't much evidence on it, or they couldn't get the evidence that they needed. I think also they wanted his manager's phone because I think he said that he was on the phone with his manager right before the attack happened or during the attack. And I think the manager didn't want to give them his phone either. Him or her. I think it's a him. So people still kept having questions. Okay, like things didn't feel right to them. So then they basically, it was two African brothers. I think they're personal trainers, a bodybuilder. I think they're personal trainers, and they actually worked on a set of Empire once. I think in a prison scene, and when I think when Lucius was in jail. And so Jussie knew them. People said that they seen Jussie with these two guys. I think they're Nigerian, two African men, young men. And I think they said that they would work out in his building. I'm not quite sure, but someone said they saw him with them, and that these two men did work on a set of Empire once. They was in an episode or two. So I think these two African men went back to Nigeria for a while, and they came back, and so the police went, I don't know, tracked them down and went to their house. I guess they got a search warrant and went through their home, and they found some incriminating evidence. They brought them into the station to question them, and they were released. And allegedly, these two African men told the police, quote unquote, everything. What they told the police was that Jussie had hired them for $3,500 to stage an attack. He said they said that he practiced with them. They said that he gave them $100 to get supplies. I don't know if this was the rope and the bleach or whatever, but for supplies. I actually seen the footage of them in the store purchasing some things. So the police checked a lot of cameras. Okay, so this just shows us all these murders that are happening in Chicago, they can solve them. They just don't give a damn, because I'm thinking the people that got murdered were poor, probably poor black people. They don't give a damn. But when it's somebody that got money, okay, they're gonna find out what happened to them. So this is what this shows me. So the two brothers basically said that he paid them $3,500, blah blah blah. They met obviously on the set of Empire. He gave them $100 to get supplies. They practiced. They did everything. And basically that he set the whole thing up. Now let's backtrack real quick. As questions were coming out, Jussie did an interview with Robin Roberts. I think that's her name. And I looked at the interview a while ago. It wasn't that long ago, but I looked at the interview when it was done. And in the interview, he seemed very convincing. But then when I think about it now, he's an actor. So y'all, because someone did a video showing his interview and then showing him on stage talking about it, and it was some things didn't match up. He lied. So it was one part. Some of the things he said in the interview with her was different than what he said on. They show a clip of him on stage before the interview, or either after the interview, talking about the same thing, the attack, and he said something different. So they were like, oh, okay. Excuse me. They're like, okay, something's not adding up. So he seemed convincing to me. Very convincing, and I just realized he's an actor, you all. He's good at acting and possibly lying. He fooled me, because I don't know if I just believed him, but the interview, he just seemed convincing to me. But I did not necessarily believe him, but he just seemed convincing to me. Okay, but he's an actor. Okay, get it? So let's continue. So basically, Jussie has been arrested, and I think he's out on bond now. So let's just fast forward. He's been arrested. He's out on bond. I think the bond was set at $100,000, but I think he only will probably need to pay $10,000 to get out. I think he's already out. I think he already bonded out, but he was arrested. His mugshot is on the internet if you want to go look at it. And so let's get into what his motive was allegedly. So allegedly he set this whole thing up for money. Now I just did a video about Monique and Steve Harvey, and just about the fact that we have to choose between, which I do not like on this planet because of this monetary system. We have to choose between money and integrity a lot of times. Now, what it sounds like is that they're saying that he set this whole thing up because he did not like his salary. He wanted a raise, and that was his motive. His motive was a pay raise. He just wanted more money. Now I'm sitting here thinking like, okay, this doesn't make sense to me. I'm not satisfied with the motive. Okay, so let me get into my feelings about this. I'm not satisfied with the motive. Okay, because now it's 3 reasons why they're saying that he did this, or 3 reasons why, if I'm gonna go based on what they said. The first reason is he just wanted attention. He wants attention. I mean, this man's an actor, so he doesn't mind attention, and obviously being on TV, and so I think he likes attention. Number 2, I think for him, if this is all true and he did this the way they claim he did, number one, like, he wanted attention anyway. Number 2, him being, I think, allegedly a social activist, and him not liking Trump, and him being against Make America Great Again organization, and him being a black gay man, he used that to make it seem like these people was attacking him and to bring awareness against them, or awareness to the issue of, I guess, being a black gay man, and him being against Make America Great Again. And then he used that to get attention, because attention and that goes hand in hand, and all this was so he could get a pay raise. This to me doesn't sound right. It could, look, the whole thing, this is what happened allegedly and all that. I'm not disputing that. It's just, his motive. The motive here is just weird, and I'm not satisfied with his motive. What made him think that? Him saying that, him making it seem like Make America Great Again organization, if they are an organization, the people that's part of this whatever Make America Great Again organization, what made him think someone from that group attacking him would get him a pay raise? Y'all think about this for a second. What would make him think this? Is something wrong with him, or is the real motive not being exposed? Because what would make him think that would give him a pay raise? That would get him attention. Okay, so the only thing that happened with this, let's say he got away with this. Let's pretend he got away with it. The only thing that would have happened was it would have just gave him more attention. But he already was getting attention from being on Empire. It would just gave him just more attention. And it would have brought awareness that black gay men are being attacked for being black and gay. And it would have brought awareness about Make America Great Again organization, which honestly, you all, I did not even know there was an organization called Make America Great Again. I did not know. So that's the only thing that could have happened from this. Had he got, had this went the way he wanted it to. But those are only 2 things I could see that could come out of this. The pay raise, I don't see how he in his mind thought that this would get him a pay raise. Like, because even if this brought you more attention on the set, how was that? I mean, maybe he thought that would get them more viewership, because he was attacked and he brought awareness to this Make America Great Again organization. And then did he think that more people will watch Empire just to see him, and then it would make Lee Daniels want to give him a pay raise? I mean, because I don't see how a pay raise and him being attacked by Make America Great Again, or 2 people that's part of that organization, what would make him think being attacked by 2 people that's part of that organization will equal him getting a pay raise? How does those 2 things go together? They don't. How does what did he think was going to happen? His name gets out there, more people are talking about him, and then more people will watch Empire, and then he thought that would rationalize them giving him a pay raise? That doesn't make any sense. Your pay should be based upon your acting, how good of an actor you are, and how much people like seeing you on the screen. So this whole thing is weird. Now, people might say, oh, should he go to jail? I do not think he should go to jail. Okay, this is the reason why. It's people who lie and call the police all the time and lie to them about stupid stuff. How many women have lied on a guy? I know a guy this just happened to. A white woman lied on this black guy, and the race doesn't matter, but anyway, a woman lied on this guy and said that he raped her, and he really didn't, and it's to the point where, like, she's in jail for armed robbery or whatever, but the prosecutor keeps trying to get her to come to court to testify, and she won't, because she lied, and her sister told him that you're not the first guy she did this to. So this particular woman, she likes to I guess when she sleeps with a guy, he done pissed her off, probably don't want to get a relationship, probably don't want to give her a relationship or whatnot. She goes down to the court and file a rape charge on him. So this is what they, some people do. So my thing about it is, you have women who do stuff like that and they don't go to jail when it's found out that they are lying. So some women have lied on men and said the man raped her, and they're not going to jail. A lady named Michi X, if you it's a biracial woman on YouTube. She talks about black issues. Her name Michi X. She talked about this. She said and I agree with her. She said that Jussie should not go to jail because, okay, he lied to the police. That was wrong. He should have to pay for the police man hours that went into it, but I don't even think he should pay for that, because there's all these people that's getting murdered in Chicago who have been murdered, and the police are not putting even a quarter of the effort they have put into a murder as they have put into him just being attacked, and it's because he has money and he's popular. And so I don't even think he should pay the man hours back. Now, if the police were putting that much effort into solving murders, then I feel like he would have, but I know in Chicago they don't put that much effort into it. Because they solved this right away. They solved this pretty quickly by just putting the cameras together and all that. But yet they can't solve these murders. So I don't think he have to pay anything back. I feel like if someone lies on someone, like some of these women do on men and say they raped them when they didn't, if the women don't have to go to jail for lying and wasting the police time by interviewing this guy and all that, then he shouldn't have to go to jail. Other people have lied on people and called the police and had the police on a manhunt, and it was a lie. There are several people who have done this, and none of them have went to jail. So I don't feel like he should. Allegedly, he could get 1 to 3 years in jail. I don't think he should. I think, maybe I don't think he should have to pay back policeman hours, but fine, maybe make him pay that back because he got the money. And to me, his punishment is his career. Now let's talk about this to his career. He ruined his goddamn career over something stupid. And I don't feel disappointment in him. Some people say I feel so disappointed. I don't, because I don't know. Look, everyone, you don't know him. None of us know this man. This is a guy on TV that's making a lot of money. I don't know this man. I don't know anything about him. So he did not disappoint me. And honestly, I know how it is in Chicago. The fact that he wasted the police time is actually funny to me, because they could be out, because I know, look, in Chicago, they're not putting as much effort into solving the murders of these people, and a lot of people that are getting murdered in Chicago are black, poor people. Okay, so they're not putting this amount of man time into the citizens of Chicago. So I feel like, okay, he wasted their time. Boo hoo. It's not like he got. It was just a fake attack, okay? So I do not feel like he should do no jail time. That's how I feel about it. If he got to do jail time, then women who go around, then the women who have went and lied on a guy and said he raped her, and they found out that she was lying. If those women did not go to jail, he shouldn't go to jail. And also the people, males and females, that have lied on people and put a false charges on people and had the police on fake manhunts and all that. If they are not in jail for wasting the police time, then he shouldn't be either. Okay, so I'm sorry, I don't think he should go to jail. Okay, because if he gotta go to jail, everybody gotta go to jail. They lied. Okay, they lied to the police. Everybody. Okay, nothing like this pissing me off. I feel like, okay, so he's a black gay man. I feel like whenever like I said, I think he's biracial though, but we just want to say black just for sake of, that's probably how society looks at him, is just black. So when a person who looks black does something, what makes me mad is that now every race that's not black now takes that and say, look at how black people act. I told you they're trash, and they can't be trusted, and they're liars and all that. They want to take the actions of one person that looks black and then paint us all the same. But yet there's several people of other races who have shot up schools, and have what's that incident that happened in Vegas that white guy went to? It was a concert. It was something that happened. He shot a bunch of people and all that. See, other races of people can do things, and they take them as an individual. When a person that looks black like him, who looks all black, does something, or a person that's all black does something, then they want to paint the whole race as bad. That's what I have a problem with. So take Jussie as an individual. He ruined his own career. That's his punishment right there. Just let him deal with. I heard too that he was supposed to have, they were considering having him do another show or be part of a panel or something, and they decided not to do it because of this incident. So he's ruined his money, he's ruined his career. Let him be. Okay, he does not deserve jail time, and I do not want them using him to represent all black or all black gay men. No, don't say that all black or black gay men are a certain way because of what Jussie did, because when a white person, Asian person, Hispanic person, or green person does something, they take them as an individual. They do not say that person represents the whole race. Okay, last thing I want to say, because I'm almost at 25 minutes, I want to say that this all seems still fishy to me. I'm not saying he did not set this whole thing up, but something seems not right to me. Now, you all know I do not like Lee Daniels, and my thing about it is, it's just something's not right to me. This is all his motive. See, I can't get over this motive. I'm circling the word pay raise. Okay, that motive to me is just it's just real fishy to me. And how my mind works, I have a very suspicious mind, so I'm thinking about things from multiple angles. So for me, that's just the fact that he did that for a pay raise. You would think he would have did something else for the pay raise. So see, with Lee Daniels, I think Lee Daniels is a snake, just like he didn't want to pay Dame Dash back his money. And so on one hand, I can see, okay, probably Lee Daniels is not paying him what he thinks he's worth. But at the same time, I think I heard that Jussie is getting $100,000 an episode. Okay, repeat that again. An episode. I think he's getting $100,000 an episode. So that sounds like pretty good money to me. So I don't know what's going on. Maybe he's just a spoiled brat. Maybe Jussie is a spoiled brat who wanted a pay raise. He likes attention. He is an actor. To me, he's a good actor. So he knew he could, lie and get away with it because, he's a good actor. To me, he is. And maybe he just said, okay, I want attention and I want a pay raise, so I'm gonna kill. And I don't like Trump or make America great again organization. So I'm gonna kill three birds with one stone. I'm going to set up this attack, and I'm going to get the attention I want, and I'm going to also make the people of the organization of Make America Great Again make that organization look bad, and I'm going to get a pay raise. Maybe that's how his mind works. If that's how his mind works, then he's kind of delusional and something's wrong with him, because I just don't see how he can get that he could have did this and got a pay. I just don't, no matter what anyone says to me, you can't convince me that him setting this up will equal a pay raise. So they're saying his ultimate motive, he just wanted more money. So my only two things is, number one, if this is all true and there's no weird stuff going on behind the scenes and he did this all on his own, then something's wrong with him mentally, and I do not see how he came to the conclusion that he would get a pay raise out of this. I don't know what does he talk. What would make them give you a pay raise because you've been attacked by somebody from the organization of Make America Great Again? What would make you think that Lee Daniels will give you a raise because of that, dude? Even if people watch the show more because of it, just to see you, just because, you're not gonna get a pay raise off of that. So he was delusional as hell if this is all the way they said it is. Also, the manager probably knew what he was up to. We know the two Africans did. Why did nobody talk him out of this? Why did no one talk him down? I think other people knew what he was about to do. I'm sorry. Why did no one talk him out of this? Can someone explain this to me? Also, the Africans, he gave them $3,500. I'm sorry, he would have had to give me more. That's not enough money to stage an attack and all that. And then I guess he made one of them hit him in the eye and all that. That's not enough money to put me in this situation. Not enough money. So to me, he didn't give them enough money. And also, back to Lee Daniels, I don't trust Lee Daniels. I know he has nothing to do with this technically, but something about that dude, I mean, his ass could have known. I don't know. Lee Daniels is something about him. And so on one hand, if they say Jussie did this all on his own, fine. He's silly. I don't get it. I don't get how he figured all this would equal him getting a pay raise. But then on my other side of my brain, it's like, okay, why would this man risk his career and cause all this commotion to get a pay raise that probably was never going to happen, not based upon that attack? It wasn't. So in my mind, I'm like, okay, something else must be going on here. Maybe Lee Daniels or some higher ups are part of something, and they set him up, or something's not right here, y'all. It's not right either way. Even if he set this up and nobody else was, really part of it, and his motive was to get a pay raise, something's not right in his head. And I don't see how he came to this conclusion. Or two, he was part of it, but he was kind of was set up, and maybe he did get it. I don't know, y'all, but I'm gonna leave the conspiracy theory out of the Lee Daniels stuff out of it. I'm just gonna say, if all this is true, that he did this for a pay raise, I don't get how he figured he was gonna get one through getting attacked. That doesn't make any sense. So that's my viewpoint on it. Hope y'all enjoyed it. You have a great day.